Hey everyone, Tofu here, and welcome to the final trial of Danganronpa Another. It has been a very long road, a long scary road to get to this point, but it is finally time to get to the final class trial and figure out what the hell is going on. We've already had a bunch of crazy big reveals even before the trial started, so obviously obligatory spoiler warning, make sure you've seen all that stuff. Yeah, I have no idea what we're getting ourselves into. It feels like we already kind of have a good idea of what happened, but I don't know. There's still got to be some crazy big reveals left still. I don't know what they could be. Genuinely, I don't know what to expect. Let's just begin the final class trial. See what the hell is going on. How are we even going to go about doing this? I'm assuming we're going to kind of start with the Chapter 5 case a bit more. Because we still haven't really solved that, so I don't know, we'll see if that's what we do or not, but let's just get into it.
Now, let's start with the explanation of this final class trial. In this class trial, we will discuss all the truths of this killing school life. If you uncover all the purposes and means of the mastermind, including this killing school life, then students will be victorious, and they will be able to return home safely through the helicopter waiting outside. However, if you can't figure out all of them, you all will receive a harsh punishment, and as the survivors come to zero, your killing school life comes to an end. Oh, by the way, in this class trial, I am also participating in the discussion. Please treat me as a student, not as a judge.
And surely this will be a fair trial?
Of course! There will be no such thing as slaughtering in the middle or refusing to admit defeat.
Take it easy, but not too much. We're going to find the truth and get out of here. Hey, Maeda, I'm sorry, but not everyone will. Don't forget, we have to punish those guys who made us do this and took the lives of the innocents.
Oh, I'm so scared. Well, if you win, I won't stop you no matter what you do.
Why does he sound so confident? It looks suspicious, too.
I'm not confident at all. There's nothing suspicious. Actually, I'm not sure if we have to go this far, but Miss Tyra wants this.
Monokuma-sama, please don't tease them too much. Is everything in order now?
Okay, Miss Tyra Musher. Musher, what? Well, now, you guys, let's discuss the truth now. Hee hee, ha 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 ha.
That was a terrible laugh, I'm sorry. The discussion for the truth. A class trial to uncover the truth of all the events has begun. What we investigated this time, and based on everything we've experienced so far, let's find out their reasons as much as possible. And we must win. I'll punish the evil mastermind and get out of here alive with my friends. But if you suddenly ask us to discuss the truth... Confused on where to start? I thought you would be, so I prepared a question from my side. I like how her name on the text box is in black. It's a cute detail. Question. It's not a discussion about a murder case, and the number of people is small, so I think it's better than talking randomly. Basically, you will answer the question I ask, and I will tell you on the spot whether the answer is correct. If you answer each question in this way, won't you be able to reach the truth? It's not a bad plan. Start wherever you like. Okay, so the first question goes like this. The identity of this place where we are now, since this is the most basic fact that it's connected to the truth. Okay, we do have infinite focus again, so that's cool. The identity of the place we are now. There's nothing to think about too long, because we've known for a long time. It's the Kisaragi Foundation, right? Oh, shit. God damn it. Alright. Well. This is going to be bad. But we do have Haru's skill. Oh my god, it's all blank? It's all blank? Wait, is that one actually right? Let's go! I'm so smart. Okay. I think we have Haru's skill that makes them not move as fast, which seems to be what's going on. So I just kind of gotta power through it. Okay, so it's not gonna be the same two symbols in a row, right? Okay, it's not that. We also have infinite focus, right? And I don't lose hearts from this? Oh, this is awesome. This is actually awesome. I mean, it's not, because it's still just a guessing game, but... at least I won't suffer from it. So feel free to skip ahead, by the way, if this is not interesting to you at all. I gotta actually pay attention to the ones I'm trying to shoot. So it's not the one that looks like a 2. Oh, it's this one? Okay. There we go, the little carrot thing. Maybe it's the 2 this time. No? Okay, well, I couldn't tell. It takes, like, I think multiple shots for it to actually even do anything. Okay, it's not. Circle with a face. Is it the 2 this time? It is the 2, okay. Bigger carrot. Bigger carrot. Bigger carrot. No, not bigger carrot. J looking thing. It went away! God damn it. Okay, well, it's this one. Come here. Come, get. Stop it. Okay, we got that one. Now it's gotta be the bigger carrot. I can't even hit it. God damn it. It's gonna be the bigger carrot one of these times. I'm telling you. Actually, no, it's gonna be circle with the face. It's circle with the face. Okay. Bigger carrot, bigger carrot. Bigger carrot. Damn it. Okay. This Waluigi T. There we go. Now, okay, it's gotta be the big carrot this time. Show me big carrot. Steve is big carrot on the board. I can't shoot it from down there. Come here. Stop it. Stop moving. Let's go! Okay. I don't know what that says, but it probably says Kisaragi Foundation. Or something like that. Yippee! I don't know why I couldn't have just selected that, but okay. The identity of the place we are now. At first, everyone believed that it was Hope's Peak Academy, but that wasn't true. The true identity is a laboratory owned by the Kisaragi Foundation. The exact name is the 3rd Kisaragi Laboratory. The board near the entrance was almost erased, so I couldn't read it properly, but it seems that it is a research center mainly for software and brain research. What's even more surprising is the fact that this lab is not located in a central city, but is located on an island surrounded by the sea on all sides. We were moved to a place like this without our knowledge. Yeah, the view beyond the 5th floor door that I saw when I investigated it, it was definitely shocking. I didn't know whether or not it was Hope's Peak Academy, but I would have never guessed it to be this far. Then the fact that you guys know that means the door to the outside has been opened. Well, except for the fact that it was an island and the exact name, I had already predicted this a long time ago. Immediately after leaving the ballroom, Hikaru explained it to us. Well, I also made some guesses based on the traces of the Kisaragi Foundation everywhere, and the research facilities that cannot be seen as school facilities, although there was no corroboration. Yes, the door to the outside. That door on the 5th floor reminded me of the structure of this building. The place we thought it was the 1st floor was actually the 4th basement floor. The place we thought it was the 5th floor was the real 1st floor, connected to the ground. I remembered before coming here. After Yuhara found Maki's phone, it was only natural that it came as out of range from signal. It was in the middle of an unknown sea, and the place we tried to call at the time was the 1st floor of the student dormitory, meaning on the 4th floor basement. Pooh, that's the right answer. This is the 3rd Kisaragi Research Lab. I think it was a facility built for artificial intelligence research when the Kisaragi Foundation was around here. You think? What do you mean you think? You don't know? It seems that it has been neglected for a long time because it has gradually declined since the 2nd CEO took over, and it has become obsolete. Oh, and the structure is also correct, but to be precise, it's not a one-story building. It's been in a bit of remodeling right now. Isn't this courtroom an observatory that's about 4-story high? Originally, there was an elevator going up only. How do you know so much about the subject even though you're not a person from the Kisaragi Foundation? It's not surprising, because I know that much. No, you guys originally knew. Past tense? That means Kisaragi himself informed us. The one who brought us here in the first place? Hey, Kinjo-sama, stop. Leave it until there. Even if your memories have returned to you alone, don't go too far. The game won't be fun, right? Game? Don't make me laugh, you rotten bitch. Wasn't you who told me that my ban was lifted when I arrived to the trial? Besides, this isn't a trial on a murder case. It's just a trial that uncovers the truth. The sense of a game is to be enjoyed alone. No, this is entertainment, didn't I tell you? Originally, I could have disposed of you all without having to do this, but I only gave you a chance to tell me the truth through my promise for them and entertainment. You have to obey the rules and have a sound trial on both sides, and if you don't follow the rules, it's no fun, you know? What? Are you threatening me now? This is a joke. If this is the case, this ain't a fair trial anymore, is it? I am doing this for you. You see, there are people who get confused when Kinjo-sama goes too far ahead. It can't be. Kisaragi brought us here? But the Kisaragi Foundation, huh? Ugh. Don't forget, this is a class trial. It's important to clear up with order and agree with everyone's opinion, and fluttering around that memory of yours alone is like claiming that you found the culprit without any clues and just went around cheating. I don't mean to take her side, but I'd like to ask this from my side as well. I sometimes wonder how far the truth could be reached only with the information we found out. Alright, but if you're stuck, don't hesitate to ask for help, because there must be information that only the one who has regained their memory knows. So, that's all. Let's go slow, because there's still plenty of time here. So how far did we go?
You were only told that this place was the Kisaragi Research Lab, Miss Tyra.
That's right. This is the third Kisaragi Research Lab. It was not Hope's Peak Academy. Then why are you, the students of Hope's Peak, at this research center in the middle of the sea? Whether it's a game or entertainment, we're also getting to know them. Somehow, I feel this was predetermined. But even so, we're getting closer to the truth. The reason we are at the Kisaragi Lab, let's discuss this. Non-stop debate. Okay, we can do this. Spinny time! One of the last spinny times. Though, I mean, I'm sure we're gonna have plenty more throughout the trial, but... Holy shit, Murder Class Life, Monokuma IPR, Ultimate Despair, Memory Manipulator, Memory Storage, the 79th Classroom. What the fuck? Why does that... Oh, right! Why are you the one who must have been at Hope's Peak Academy here? Well, the last memory we had right before we were imprisoned here... It was the day of the self-introduction at the entrance ceremony. Yes, we've been erased from our memories after that. But in common sense, they only removed certain memories. Such a method can't exist, right? Okay, well, this has got to be where I shoot. Yeah, I forgot I loaded I had the skill equipped that automatically just loads the correct truth bullet. Yeah, that's a little cheap. That is a little cheap, actually, but... Oh well, I don't really care. Some kind of machine. Wouldn't it be possible if you used something like that? A machine? What machine? That I'm not quite sure. A machine capable of removing, modifying, and manipulating memories for a certain period of time. Maybe. Ugh. What's wrong, Maeda? Nothing, I just felt dizzy. Yeah, cause like, he didn't actually look at the machine properly, right? To even know for sure that's what it was, he just kind of thought that's what it was based on his own subconscious memory of, because he clearly was not okay looking at it, because I don't think he actually saw what it was. Anyway, wouldn't it be possible to erase our memories using such a machine? Even if you say it was a machine, what kind of machine is it? Are you talking about fantasies, Yuki? Have you ever seen it? No, I haven't seen it, but somehow I just... Huh? Why? Why did I naturally think this idea was correct? Are you okay? You seem nervous. Do you not feel well? It's not like that. I was saying my thoughts. There's no proof. If there's any confirmation, there is, Maeda. Huh? As Maeda said, there is a machine capable of wiping our memories. Really? You guys don't know because you've lost that memory, but I saw it in my hazy consciousness just before I lost my memory. A gigantic mechanical device that swells up in my head. Was that maybe the huge shadow behind the information processing room? I can't say for sure because it was dark, but I think that's probably true. What's certain is that the mastermind clearly used a memory erasing device, as Maeda said. I'm surprised. I didn't think there really was a machine like that. If it wasn't for Kinjo's testimony, I'm sure I wouldn't believe it. Yeah, it's surprising. But rather than that machine, it's more surprising that Maeda mentioned that machine. What? You don't usually think of such absurd thoughts first, do you? Still, Maeda answered right away without thinking of any other possibility is very amazing. That's, well, I'm not sure. Somehow I just thought that first, when something like that came out, it made me dizzy. Maybe Maeda's memories are slowly coming back. His memories are coming back? If my memory is correct, that woman... Akane Taira did that. The machine was still in the prototype stage, so there are some uncertainties. My memory came back, but not in a perfect state. Is that right? Well, the chatter seems to be getting a bit long, but anyway, that's the truth. The one I used for you is called a memory manipulation device, since there is no official name for it. In the past, a machine was used by a certain student while improving it. I was also taken over, so I don't know the details of this part. I'm feeling a bit squeamish, but I can keep going. The reason we were brought back to a Kisaragi lab must have something to do with that erased memory. Wait, there's something I'd like to know before that. To be able to manipulate memories, Akane Taira, did you erase your own memory? Yeah? That's still in doubt, but at the end of the class trial, you said something out of context. It was hard days to live without thinking about them. Besides, Monokuma said, "Are you back?" It feels like her personality completely changed since she's been acting so far. I can't explain that kind of purpose erasing your own memories. The only problem is that, if that happens to be part of the plan, the future becomes unclear as a result for the mastermind. I was going to explain this a little later, but it can't be helped. As Mikaru just said, I erased my own memories. Was that really it? You don't have any idea, do you? I don't know what your purpose is, but if you erase your own memory, you won't even know your original purpose, right? That's because in the first place, my memory had nothing to do with the purpose. Just as my memory is back now, I've also prepared the keyword to get my memory back, just in case. Well, that's how it roughly happened. I'm done with my story. We're going to finish talking about me, right? Still, she really erased her own memories. That's why she used the expression, "This is the real me." But I don't know why. What's the benefit of doing such a thing? Why did I do that? If you look closely, my memories don't really matter to me. It would be bothersome to consider the number of issues later. Excuse me, sorry. I had to sneeze. I hope that did not sound too disgusting and gross. I'm going to get a drink of water. Okay. Alright. Let us continue.
If you've forgotten where you're supposed to be talking, I'll help. Erasing your memories is the aftermath of using a memory manipulation device. And I even said that those lost memories have something to do with why you're here.
Noisy. Even if you don't say anything, I know. Anyway, when we woke up, the fact that we were in Hope's Peak Academy or the Kisaragi lab means that we were already in this place before we lost our memories? That's the way it is, isn't it? Then, isn't something weird? If we hadn't been kidnapped, I don't think we would have come to such a strange place just because we were crazy. No, maybe the premise that this is a strange place is wrong. What? Didn't she say it a while ago that they did some remodeling? In other words, it's possible that this Kisaragi lab was modified to imprison us from the beginning. It's not a possibility, it's about being right. Isn't it crazy that the lab looks like a school? Besides, the surveillance cameras equipped with guns and various machines we saw at the time of execution can only be seen as the latter case.
Hee hee.
Not only that, we've always been suspicious of the Kisaragi Foundation because the place we went to was the Kisaragi Foundation's lab. On the contrary, the Kisaragi Foundations might have been the ones protecting us. No, but it's not just speculation. Many clues have already been found. Just as we heard from Kinjo, Kisaragi was originally our classmate. Contrary to what we thought, he might have been in a position to fight against the mastermind. Whoa, Teruya! What's good, dude?
Wait a minute, Yuki, aren't you getting too ahead of yourself?
Teruya, is there something you want to object to?
Of course, I did my own investigation too. I mean, I've tried to do my own reasoning, but looking at what we found, I can't believe that the Kisaragi Foundation is innocent. That is what I believe. If I'm wrong, then please convince me with no doubts left.
Alright, dude. What have you got to say? Nope, we can just get right into it. So I don't know if Kinjo's skill translates to this as well. I guess we will find out. Alright, the little animation didn't show up, so I don't know. Kisaragi Foundation being suspicious isn't the only one. but that they were fighting the mastermind. Aren't you overthinking too much? If you just look at the technology used in the killing so far, even if it's not directly connected to the mastermind, the possibility of supporting the mastermind is still there. I admit that the Kisaragi Foundation is suspicious, but did they really have any relationship with the mastermind? No, the clues I found during the investigation support the fact that it wasn't the case. If I think about it, I'll definitely have an answer. I have to convince Teruya with that answer. Okay, so I didn't have a second phase. Memory storage, Monokuma, Ultimate Despair, Izuru Kamakura, Kisaragi Foundation. Well, no, I don't know. I don't remember what these truth bullets said. Oh shit! I totally forgot to look back at all the truth bullets, truth bullets that we had. I just completely forgot. I completely forgot to do that. Shit! I should have done that 100%. That's my bad. I knew I was forgetting to do something at the beginning of this. Yeah, I have no idea what any of these truth blades mean. Because they're all just, like, nouns. I want to say it's, like, something to do with, like, the Toa group. Because they were the ones that actually, like, made Monokuma, right? But I don't know. I have not the foggiest idea. I'm going to start with Kisaragi Foundation just because that seems to be, like, the obvious thing. Let's see. Let me just do this. Okay, yippee, that was right. I wonder how. I don't actually remember. I don't remember what the Kisaragi Foundation truth bullet meant. Teruya, that's not it. The Kisaragi Foundation didn't support the mastermind. There's evidence of that on the computers in the electrical room on the second floor dormitory. Just as Teruya said, the mastermind singled out the Kisaragi Foundation, but the Foundation refused to cooperate and fought against them. That's right, we did see that. I know that too, but that only means they couldn't cooperate voluntarily. Maybe they were forced to follow them, right? That data also contained contents that they threatened to take their successor as hostage. It is as you say, Teruya, but didn't you read to the end? It's clearly written there that they were going to keep their hands off from the Kisaragi Foundation, considering their profits and losses. In addition, there's another reason why the Mastermind doesn't need to seek help from the Kisaragi Foundation. It is obvious if you look at the technology used by the Mastermind. They've received some help somewhere, but not from the Kisaragis. That means they've already received aid from elsewhere. There must have been evidence, that is. Okay, well, while I'm here, let me actually go over the truth bullets again. Because I haven't recorded this since yesterday. So, if you want to skip ahead, as always, feel free. Host Peak Academy, 79th classroom. Generally speaking, it is Host Peak Academy that selects one classroom per year, but the 79th class was admitted in the same year as the 78th class, because after 78th class entered the school, something happened. It was the intention of Hope's Peak to cover up a certain incident by attracting attention on recruiting new students more quickly. Okay. Izuru Kamakura. Yeah. I already know all that. I don't really need to read that. Biggest, most desperate event. Okay, this is the student council killing game. Right? Yeah. Okay. Desperate event in human history. That's obviously the big thing that happened. Ultimate Despair. We know who that is. Junko Enoshima. And of course the rest of the group as well. Murder Class Life. Junko Enoshima and the Ultimate Despair prepared a plan to further plunge the world into despair. Okay, so this is... I don't know why they have the picture of us here, but this is referring to, like, the actual 78th class, right? Which hasn't happened yet. According to what they said, at least. So that's what that is. Kisaragi Foundation. Ultimate Despair were looking for people who would support their skills for them. They asked for aid from the Kisaragi Foundation. The Foundation refused and fought against Despair. They even thought of threatening the heir of the Foundation, who enrolled in the expansion as the Ultimate Inventor, as hostage, but decided to withdraw from their strong resistance. Ultimate Despair agents. Ultimate Despair was made from students of Hope's Peak Academy, but rarely, even among them, there are agents working outside of Junko Enoshima's eyes. They are called Ultimate Despair agents. Among those agents, those who studied as freshmen at Hope's Peak joined forces, and Junko Enoshima gave them a special mission. Monokuma in the IPR. When Monokuma in the information processing room pressed a button, another Monokuma appeared. According to Monokuma, the one in the IPR is called Operator Kuma, which Monokuma controls itself. Does that mean Monokuma only controls Monokuma? Monokuma, this is a robot originally created in Toa City, the center of high technology. Its AI was not as good, but it's said that he has a personality mixed from humans by equipping it with the artificial intelligence called Alter Ego. If what he said is true, this Alter Ego was cloned from Junko Enoshima in the IPR. The countless Monokumas that exist are simply robots. Memory Manipulator, a device capable of removing, modifying, and manipulating memories for a certain period of time. I don't know why I know this fact. Someone's Note 1. These contents seem like when they entered Hope's Peak, I think they accidentally heard from someone in the student council that there was a massacre in Hope's Peak Academy, but they may have heard it wrong. Oh god, this is going to be really hard to keep track of all these. They kept referring to the name Mikako over and over again. Also, it seems like they were using a wiretapping tool to investigate around the school. And they saw about the massacre. Witnessed the council member being murdered. Culprit was Mukuro Ikusaba. Yep. They realized the existence of Junko Enoshima. Writer stepped too deeply into the dark side of Hope's Peak Academy and is suffering a lot mentally. It seems that Mikako noticed it, and they said that their father passed away. And the note estimated sometime later. Writer said they'll protect their friends. They also mentioned that the headmaster prepared a shelter, but their words didn't make much sense. It seems to be safe if they go to that place with their friends. They said they are suspicious, but Mikako tells them to trust in them. Thanks to her, they fought back. Still, a single mistake in judgment could put everyone's lives in danger. Their feelings were vividly wavering. Kisaragi family photos. Picture of Kisaragi and Kurikawa, presumed to be their childhood, in the room of the headmaster. The person behind them is Hanzo Kisaragi, the second representative of the Kisaragi Foundation. He seems to be Yamato's father. According to the mastermind's word, it seems that Kurikawa was brought to the Kisaragi Foundation. If that's true, Kurikawa knew Kisaragi from the very beginning. Memory storage device. According to an unidentified message from the computer in the headmaster's office, it appears that there's a machine someone made based on simple data or sample data of a memory manipulation device. It is said to alleviate the damage caused by the MMD, but it also said that there could be side effects, and the small device was made to be an insurance. What's the true identity of this individual? Utsuro. Something someone said in the headmaster's office. They said that Utsuro must be stopped, but I had no idea who the heck was it or how to stop them. The person in the computer said he is like a vaccine, but before he could say anything, the screen disappeared. What really was this thing? Okay. Let me take a drink of water. Alright. So now, what was the actual question we had to answer again? It was like, who did they ask for help instead of the Kisaragi Foundation, right? It was something like that. I do not know. I don't know. I want to say either Ultimate Despair Agents is what it is, or we don't have like an actual. We don't have a truth bullet for the Toa group, right? So I don't think it would be that. I'm gonna say Ultimate Despair Agents and see if that's right. No. Okay. That's not right. Something is wrong. Let's think again. Okay, let me read the question again. I heard this while investigating. I heard about the them. Other than the Kisaragi Foundation, let's recall the clues from that conversation. There must have been evidence, that is. I feel like I didn't see the proper question again. What? I'm so confused. Them for help, right? Is it this? No. I heard about the them, other than the Kisaragi Foundation. Let's recall the clues from that conversation. Am I not taking damage from this, by the way? I won't complain about that. Other than the Kisaragi Foundation. Ultimate Despair? Is that it? No. What? Other than the Kisaragi Foundation, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't understand. Other than the Kisaragi Foundation. It's not Ultimate Despair. It's not Ultimate Despair Agents. What other group do we have? What other group do we have? Not Izuru, right? I'm so confused. I am so confused. It's not Utsuro now, is it? I'm just gonna do this. No. I don't know what they're asking. I don't know what they're asking me right now. I do not fucking know what they're asking me. I'm just gonna kind of... I don't appear to be losing health from this. I'm just gonna keep going through stuff that I think it could be. It's definitely not that. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. Tried that. Not that. Not that. Not that. It doesn't feel like it would be that. Maybe? Because that's like the only thing that mentions Toa. It's not that. I don't think it would be any of the notes, right? I'm just gonna do Monokuma. We'll see if that's right. There we go. Is that it? Is it because of the Toa group? I feel like we should have got a separate truth bullet for the Toa group. That was a bit sneaky. That's because the Mastermind has already received cooperation from other than the Kisaragi Foundation. A different source? I heard it from the display in the information processing room, but there was information about Monokuma. According to that information, in the place where Monokuma was made in Toa City, from Toa Group, a robot built with technology. Toa. Unlike the Kisaragi Foundation, no one knows about them. I don't believe it either, but it was mentioned carefully. Because they got the cooperation of the Toa Group, and there was no need to threaten or seek the help of the Kisaragis. I can't believe it. There were several chain stores subcontracted to Toa City and Atori Mart. I'm sorry, but what Maeda-sama said is true. We have no contact with the Kisaragi Foundation. All the necessary technology was lent by the Toa Group.
Ah, Toa. I miss them.
So, there is nothing strange about saying that the Kisaragi Foundation was actually the one who protected us. Wait then. All the evidence for those claims is all that Akane prepared, right? There is a possibility that everything was manipulated. That is not likely. Huh? How many times did I tell you that this trial is fair? Besides, there's no benefit for us doing that. At the start, I said this trial itself was like a bonus stage. But if you keep suspecting and doubting, it'll get difficult, won't it? I don't know about the Toa Group, but I can attest that the Kisaragi Foundation is innocent. You don't have to worry about anything. Okay. Let's say the Kisaragi Foundation wasn't on the side of the Mastermind. But if not, then why are we in their laboratory? I don't understand that. Why does the Kisaragi Foundation have to do with us in the first place? If it's not for the Mastermind, why are they related to us? That's obvious. There wasn't just only one point of contact between us and the Kisaragi Foundation, wasn't it? He was a freshman in the 79th class of Hope's Academy like us. The existence of Yamato Kisaragi. When Kisaragi showed up after we lost our memories, I was so mentally withdrawn that I couldn't meet him properly. But from what I've heard, he was so unstable that he couldn't communicate properly. At this point, of course, I think all of you will know, but Kisaragi never had such a handicap when he was in school, before he lost his memory. He was rather a leader and a lively guy, more than anyone else. What happened to that guy who got in such a state? I don't know that either. Maybe it was the aftermath of the amnesia. No, hold on. I know that Kisaragi was a classmate, but that's all there is to it. It's not even my family, but his whole family was associated to us? Family? Looking back, it seems that there was a student who was more than just a classmate with Kisaragi and was very close. I must have found clues related to that in my investigation. That clue is... Okay, that's the family photo. There it is. Alright. Teruya, what if there really was a family-like relationship connection?
What do you mean?
Didn't you see the headmaster's office? That picture of Kisaragi's childhood.
That family picture? Of course I saw it. What's that about?
Did you really not pick up on who it was? The girl who was photographed there is Kurikawa. Oh my god, this guy. Oh, never change, dude.
That was Kurikawa?
Why are you surprised? If you just look at that girl, it's her, isn't it?
No, but she's too different, isn't she? I can't even imagine seeing Kurikawa smiling so brightly like that.
She was a child. That's certainly true. No matter what memory loss is, the Kurikawa that we know today was a dark and gloomy student, with such impression of a few words. Originally, having seen the picture for the first time, I wouldn't have been convinced that the girl in the picture was actually Kurikawa. But why did I think it was Kurikawa without any doubt? Well, also, yeah, we saw this in your dream, but also Akane, kind of just confirmed it to us. I'm pretty sure she did. Because I saw something like that in my dream, but it must have been a dream. At least to me, I had never seen Kurikawa like this. Still, why? Gah! It's not unreasonable for you to think that way, but like I said before, Kurikawa had a very bright personality. And just like Maeda said, Kisaragi was like a family. No, they were a family. I spoke directly to Maeda-sama about this. Kurikawa-sama lost her family when she was young and was abandoned on the streets. The Kisaragis who found her adopted her and was raised by their people. Hanzo Kisaragi, the president of the Kisaragi Foundation at the time and Yamato Kisaragi's father, can be said to be a father to Kurikawa too. Likewise to Kisaragi-sama and Kurikawa-sama, they must have been like siblings. Well, looking at the two of them normally, it seems that to Kisaragi-sama, you're his younger brother. Pooh! Isn't that right, Kinjo-sama? Don't talk to me casually, you criminal bitch. As for the other students, I don't know, but to Kisaragi, Kurikawa was family. Kurikawa's reaction to the Kisaragi Foundation was proof of that. So you're saying the Kisaragi Foundation really protected us? There's a reason for that, but this is all I can say. During our school life, we all had a close relationship. So I think that even if it's someone other than Kisaragi, we would have supported each other. Because there were a lot of people who were hurt and hungry for love. You are the exception. I hate myself for speaking kind to you in the past. There are clues that the Kisaragi Foundation protected us, but would it be okay to hold for a minute before that? As Kinjo said earlier, that Kurikawa was originally like that, like Kisaragi, that he had a bright personality. Those two, they probably didn't have their own memories erased properly. Huh? I have thought of that too. In the case of Kurikawa, she even tried to tell us about the mastermind in her last moments. I doubt that it was a blurred memory. Why didn't they tell us the truth at first? Why were they a special exception? Well, I don't know. Guess it. Does she actually not know? Did Kurikawa and Kisaragi really know everything? But how? I have feelings that something is coming up in mind. Let's talk about this with everyone and think about it more deeply. Spinny time! Alright. Non-stop debate. We should have the correct bullet loaded right away. Someone's note 4. Okay. That may just be the one. Unless these are not in order, but I don't know. Nope, memory storage is the one. Okay. Why couldn't the memory... Did you prepare something in advance? I don't think it's that. It's not certain, right? If their memory wasn't erased, it would be strange for them to not speak up at all. If they really knew and stayed quiet, then maybe the two of them were on the mastermind's side. Eh? It was a joke. Such a chance doesn't exist. Still, it would be difficult to know the two of them had something that we didn't have. Okay, maybe it is the prepared thing then, because what Kinjo said doesn't really make sense either. I mean, obviously, he said it was a joke, so it's gotta be the thing that Mikaru said. So, let's go here. Boom! Thank you for the coin, Satsuki. Consent. Alright. So the memory storage, that was the thing we found at the very end, right? Huh. A memory storage device. What? A device that minimizes the damage of the memory manipulator based on samples of memory manipulation devices. Kurikawa and Kisaragi used that machine, didn't they? What is that thing? Was it something you just imagined about? It's the first time I've heard of such information. Maeda, where did you learn this? In the headmaster's computer. After the investigation was over, as I was going down to the first floor, I found the computer turned on. Someone's voice in the computer told me about the storage device. That's something I don't trust. I also checked the computer of the headmaster, but it was in a state where the power was not being supplied at all. You said it was turned on and you heard someone's voice. Are you sure it wasn't a dream? I don't believe it either, that such a machine exists. But I didn't hear it wrong. I'm sure the computer's voice told me that information. And besides that, there was another thing. What the fuck? Huh? Yuki, are you okay? Sounds like you're wobbling. Is he playing Ice Climbers? Yeah, the discussion comes first. I'm not certain, but could this information explain that Kurikawa and Kisaragi's memories were still intact? That said, I think it's too much to fit in. No need to worry, Makaru. The information Maeda said is probably true. Is it really? I think Kisaragi vaguely mentioned it. I didn't know what he was talking about at the time, but if he had been preparing for his memory erasure since then... Alright, I think we've come to a rough conclusion. Kurikawa-sama and Kisaragi-sama were able to avoid complete amnesia by using the memory storage device. You're going to admit it right away? It's actually a little early, but it doesn't really matter. Moreover, the trial cannot proceed when there is a difference in opinion. Kisaragi-sama didn't know how to do it, but he made a similar device based on the data he obtained on the memory manipulation device. It was a device that could resist the amnesia. Wait, Kisaragi made a device to resist amnesia? Does that mean he knew you guys would erase our memories? Why is that? And if he knew, why did only those two use the memory storage device? I'll talk about that a little later. Could you please stop cutting to the chase? Anyway, using that device, Kurikawa-sama and Kisaragi-sama didn't lose their memories as you might expect. But because it was made hastily and was just a wild product, side effects were present in the device. Side effects? That's right, the voice inside the computer said that. There may be side effects. And this side effect was so fatal that it could not be ignored. That side effect is called speech disorders. Huh? Well, maybe it is, I guess. It was Kisaragi-sama who made the machine in the first place, and there is only the two of them who used it. I'm not a genius, so I don't know much about machines and stuff. There was that too. Kurikawa's strange speech was low, with few words, and Kisaragi's strange language was odd. It was a side effect of the memory storage. Besides, the side effects don't end there. There seems to be some individual differences, but the two of them had a few more. Kurikawa-sama, for instance, dynamic emotional change, and Kisaragi-sama lost his personality. So then what Kinjo said that Kurikawa was originally a bright person. It's true. Kurikawa-sama was such a bright person even in class. Joy, sadness, anger, love, all of her emotions were incapable of expressing themselves due to the side effects. Then Kisaragi. Monokuma-sama said there's an abnormality with his brain. That was the side effect. The original cheerful personality was gone, and his personality was twisted as if he had, Alright. That a machine that prevents amnesia, but makes people's emotions and personality disappear? Well, as I said before, I'm not good with machines, because there were so many unknown things about the human brain. Wait, it's strange for something like this to happen. Kisaragi returned to normal for a brief moment, and Kurikawa also spoke even more at the final trial. I'm not sure about that either. If you think about the headaches Kurikawa-sama often felt, they were probably the pain of burning your own head. She must have overcome the side effects to do it. That's what I can guess. Do you all remember? The two of them were complaining of headaches when trying to remember something at an important moment. That was the aftermath of forcing you to ignore the side effects? I can't 100% prove it, though. But this I can be sure of. Pain continues to happen when you keep ignoring the warnings of the side effects. Your body sends you, and if you don't obey the commands the brain sends you, Splat! That's what they said. The brain cells that could not overcome their host would make them die in the end. They said? Who said that to you? Kisaragi. Well, I eavesdropped there. Then, when Kurikawa suddenly split blood and died, the fact that Kisaragi exploded on his own, you mean it was all because of that? Kurikawa's death was certainly so unnatural, her hair suddenly bursting from the inside without any sign. It was the aftermath of the side effects. If your memories were fine until a while ago, why would you not want to say anything to them? You might think that, but it's actually the other way around. Kurikawa always tried too hard to tell the truth every minute, every second. In the aftermath of amnesia, the memories related to our school life came out of her voice. My god, it must have been just a horrible headache just thinking about it. You must have seen a lot of Kurikawa-sama's headaches from time to time. Okay, I have a feeling we're going to start to touch on this, soon, so I'm just going to get it out there right now. I think Yuki also used the memory storage, because he's clearly getting a bunch of headaches right now as well. Also, I mean, he's definitely involved with this somehow. I don't know to what extent yet, but the whole note from Chapter 3 where he was like, Yuki may know the mastermind, right? So, like, and the fact that Akane is, like, she still seems to, like, favor us for some reason. Yeah, I think he's definitely, I mean, it's obvious, right? He's involved with this in a big way somehow, some way or another, but I think kind of the starting point of that we're going to start to touch on is the fact that he very likely also used the memory storage. You must have seen a lot of Kurikawa-sama's headaches from time to time. Why did you do that? If you hadn't tried to recall her memory and tried to tell the truth, she wouldn't have felt the pain, right? Such a thing. Damn it, Kurikawa. Yes, that was it. Because Kurikawa was nice and kind, that anybody else she tried to do it for everyone. Apart from Kurikawa, what happened to Kisaragi? You said her brain was overheating, but Kisaragi died with a hole in his chest. Wasn't this someone's intention? Makaru, I think I know the cause. Kisaragi's chest was destroyed like a bomb exploded, and there was information about the storage device that was assumed to be the cause of this outcome. The reason is side effects of memory storage, bomb placed by Monokuma, or small detonator. I mean, they told us it was Monokuma who did it, right? Is that not true? Does it actually have something to do with the memory storage, or is it just as simple as this? No, okay. The last piece of information... Okay, so it is that. It is the memory storage. It is just this, right? What? Wait. What was the last option? A small detonator? I forget exactly what the computer said. I don't remember what they said. But let's find out. The voice in the computer I heard about the storage device added one thing. The voice also mentioned side effects, and in order to prepare any possible side effects, they said they made a small detonator that explodes with an internal signal. Oh, right. Oh. A detonator? There was so much noise that I couldn't understand everything, but they told someone to kill them if anything happened as a result of the side effects. I was unconscious at the time of Kisaragi's death, so I don't know if what Maeda said is true, but I think the voice in that computer was Kisaragi himself. Wait a minute, but Kisaragi is dead, right? It must have been pre-recorded, or something like that. It's a clue that Akane Taira left to investigate anyway. No, to be honest, I'm new to this information. That's what I said, didn't I? I think it might be a little early for this. What? Then how did Maeda hear this? It wouldn't be a lie to hear the exact words. Well, it doesn't matter, right? It's not a big deal. Anyways, just as Maeda-sama said, Kurigami-sama Kisaragi-sama made a detonator and installed it on himself and Kurikawa-sama on purpose. At the time, they were not sure about the side effects, so they literally put insurance on them.
From here on, I'll explain. Hinjo-kun said I was the one who killed Kisaragi-kun after the trial. But in truth, the culprit is Miss Kurakawa. This device was never made by me. The detonator was made by Kisaragi-kun, but it was Miss Kurakawa who installed it. Since Kisaragi-kun was killed by the bomb Miss Kurakawa mounted, the culprit was Miss Kurakawa all along.
That's nonsense! No, it may sound far-fetched, but if you follow the rules of the class trial, then the bomb is the weapon. If Kurakawa was the one who installed the weapon, then the culprit would naturally be Kurakawa. That's the conclusion of this story.
Yeah, you fools, I never lied. Aha!
The question is, who detonated the bomb? Maeda clearly said that the detonator explodes with an internal signal to kill them, meaning that the bomb doesn't explode until it gets a signal.
Huh? That's...
Even if it was Kurakawa who installed the bomb, if it was someone else who sent the detonation signal, wouldn't the theory of Kurakawa being the culprit be a little strange?
That was... Don't be fooled by the past. I'm done talking about this now. You still don't even know why you're in the Kisaragi Foundation, so hurry up and discuss.
Monokuma-sama, the gallery is getting tired, so just shut up. Still, there's some truth in Monokuma-sama. The topic of conversation was increasingly related to the last incident. I've told you a few times, Kisaragi-sama's murder case is nothing, so please forget about it. Rather, what you're supposed to do is find out the truth of this killing school life, right? So, did you find out why you joined the Kisaragi laboratory? Changing the topic, huh? But what she said is true. In any case, in order to win and escape from this trial, we need to know the overall background. Now let's figure it out step by step, starting with what's in front of us. Yeah, you even said that the Kisaragi Foundation wasn't on the side of the mastermind, right? Still, the Kisaragi Foundation is good, and Kisaragi, the successor of the Foundation, was our classmate, and we know that Kurakawa was part of Kisaragi's family. There's really no way to know exactly what happened and why we're in this situation. No, Teruya, that's not necessarily the case. To answer that woman's question, we started discussing about the Kisaragi Foundation, but there were clear clues about the situation before we lost our memories.
You lie. Where is that?
You really are an idiot till the end. Did you even do your investigation? Are you wearing your eyes for decoration? No, if you're like that. Your brain is the problem. Just die. This is frustrating already.
Whoa, it's been a while since you poured out a complete set of venomous words. There's no need to say anything so harshly.
Calm down. I can answer if it is frustrating. It's because the clue was for everyone to see in the headmaster's office.
Headmaster's office? Aren't there only random meaningless notes in the office?
How can you be so close to the realm that you don't even know this? This is a talent of fools. It seems that Teruya doesn't understand. Well, I have no choice but to tell him. Among the notes of the headmaster's office, a clue that gave us a rough idea of our situation, that is... Okay, so we want the one that talks about... moving us to that place. This one, right? Yes. Okay. As Teruya said, there were a number of notes scattered around in the headmaster's office. And in one of those notes was written, "The researchers are on standby. Now I can bring my friends to that place. It will be safe for the time being." That's what it said.
Pooh.
Yeah, I think I saw something like that. And that place they mentioned is... Yes, we followed that person who wrote that note by ourselves into the Kisaragi laboratory.
Ourselves? Who was the person that wrote the note?
Well, in all likelihood, Yamato Kisaragi. In the notes of the headmaster's office, the name of Mikako is mentioned over and over again. And as Mikako's classmate is the person who entered Hope's Peak Academy at this time. In other words, before entering the school, Mikako, they were a close friend of Mikako Kurakawa. In the middle, it is said that he is the third representative, and there is also the words of them as a researcher. So it is a note written by Yamato Kisaragi. I'm 99.99999% certain.
Kisaragi took us to this lab? Why?
Maybe it was to protect us. The note also mentioned that they would keep us. Something big happened outside and we had to hide somewhere, so maybe they took us to the laboratory. Because Kisaragi was that kind of guy.
Wait, if the note itself was a trap to make you think that Kisaragi wrote it...
Hattori-sama, could you please stop making me repeat what I just said? There's no such thing. Hattori-sama's stupidity adds fun to the trial, but there's something called being ignorant. Don't worry, Teruya. Everything we've said so far is true. I guarantee it. If you can think about it better than that, you'll naturally agree. Do you even have a point? I continue to be suspicious of the Kisaragi Foundation. I was sure there must be something. There must have been a cause that put us in this situation. But now I can tell. If everything we said is true, it would be a terrible thing to disrespect Kisaragi into having such doubts. I'm sorry I kept saying strange things. If you're in doubt, a note to summarize the situation would be the right thing to do. That's inevitable, because it was Kisaragi's hobby to write down everything on a note and keep records. They fell into the hands of the mastermind and were placed in a suspicious spot. I can't remember, but Kisaragi was also our classmate, and I can't deny that he even protected us from danger. That's why we were suspicious of him. But wait, is this okay? Kisaragi took us to the laboratory to protect us. I understand to this point, but as a result, the laboratory was renovated like Hope's Peak Academy. The mastermind created a stage for us to live in a killing school life. What in the world happened after Kisaragi brought us to the lab? Well, that's... Pooh, you don't have anything to say. Yeah, that's the way it is. Because what happened after you entered the lab has left no clues about it. It's not that I didn't leave any, it's that I don't have a clue about this. Well, if we had a clue, the bloody 5th floor hallway. It's a clue to begin with. Oh shit, I didn't think about that. Cause I thought that was there to like mimic like the bloody classroom from actual Hope's Peak Academy 5th floor. But since it's the actual Kisaragi Foundation, like that's the lab, like what the fuck happened there? I didn't even stop to think about that. It will be difficult to understand if I say this. This is Kinjo-sama's turn to step up. You used all kinds of excuses to keep me quiet before, but now you just want me to tell them? Huh? I was sorry you've been so quiet, so I'm giving you a chance. I said that, but it's just something a little embarrassing because it's something outside of Kinjo-sama's memory. However, if your memory came back, you should use it. So, for the ignorant people, do a great speech, please. Whatever, I was going to tell them anyway. Listen up, you guys. A huge incident happened at Hope's Peak Academy, and we were in a situation where even our lives were at risk. Kisaragi brought us here to the lab to protect us from them. However, Kisaragi made one mistake. He didn't know that an Ultimate Despair student was hiding in our group, the 79th class. Sorry, I need to take a drink for a second. Excuse me. I just started to get hiccups a bit during reading that. My bad. Okay. So Ultimate Despair student was hiding in our group. Was it Ultimate Despair or an Ultimate Despair external agent though? I do not know. Well, I mean either way it's you, right? It's gotta be her. If it's an Ultimate Despair, you're talking about Akane. To be honest, even I didn't know that Akane Taira was an Ultimate Despair. It's no wonder that girl from the time of her admission. She pretended to be our classmate, completely melted with us. Oh my, it's not a lie. Of course I hid my identity, but it's true that I was a classmate. I did not pretend. Shut up. Just thinking of being a classmate with you makes my blood boil upside down. I can barely understand. Akane Taira didn't know she was an Ultimate Despair, and Kisaragi sent that girl into the laboratory. That's right. The first few days after entering the laboratory were calm. There was anxiety about being away from our family and being in the open sea, but we were all together, and for the time being there was a mood to look at the situation positively. But then Akane Taira started moving the tide. Do you guys know why the 5th floor hallway was so bloody and messy? Yeah, that's why. It's because the researchers of the Kisaragi Foundation, who originally fled with us, were slaughtered there. Oh. What? A massacre. Akane Taira killed the researchers? No, she didn't kill herself. It was the Monokumas who started the slaughter. Monokumas? She probably ordered them to, though, right? So she's essentially just using them as a weapon, so, like, she still did. It was written on a note, but before the commotion at Hope's Peak Academy, Kisaragi had the Foundation researchers ready in advance. Thanks to their swift action, we, the 79th class, were able to escape the laboratory. However, among us, Akane Taira, in ultimate despair, was handed over to the enemy. As a result, within a few days of evacuating here, a lot of Monokumas attacked the laboratory. It was a nightmare. The 5th floor. No, most of the experimental facilities were concentrated on the 1st floor of the laboratory. All the researchers were living there. At the time, we were in the basement where our dormitories are, so we could be safe there. When we were trying to keep in touch with each other somehow, I was attacked by Akane Taira and incapacitated. You were attacked, no matter how vigilant we were. No, one person neutralized all 14 of us? The job wasn't that easy. The lab is spacious. There were a lot of things going on at the time of the raid, but there was no one who could do a sane reaction to the sudden attack of that woman, whom we believed to be her friend. I barely noticed it just before, and knew that Akane Taira was the mastermind, but most of them probably lost consciousness without even knowing who they were attacked by. I actually did tuck the back of your neck like this. But that means Kinjo didn't get hit right away, right? After dodging the surprise attack, they faced each other head-on, but Kinjo lost? It's not so strange. After Akane Taira's memory came back, she showed her athletic ability. She must have received some special training. Pooh, there's nothing special about it. This is just the basic skills of a maid, right? Kinjo, what happened after that? I went unconscious, like you guys said. Akane Taira's nonsensical physical abilities quickly struck me too. I don't remember anything after that. Perhaps she used the memory manipulation device on all of us who fainted. As far as I know, this is it. The lights were lit and there were screams and alarms from the researchers, so I don't know the situation from any of you guys at the time. No, but thanks to you, fortunately, that means the culprit was Akane Taira. We were able to get things going. Because it's obvious even if we don't see much after that. Researchers were killed. We, the 79th class, were all disabled and erased from our memories. Those who have completely taken over the laboratory were remodeling the building to their liking. As in, another Hope's Peak Academy suitable for a killing school life. I was thinking, dude, when I booted up the... Why are you barking? Why are you barking right now? Hey. It's okay, I was just slow clapping for a dramatic effect. Settle down. No. No snarling. There'll be no snarling puppies during this recording, please. Lay down. Anyway. Sorry about that. I was literally thinking, I was gonna say something at the start, but I forgot. When I booted up the game to the title screen today, I was looking at how, like, the subtitle of the game is Another Despair Academy. And I was like, wow, it literally is Another Despair Academy, isn't it? Motherfucker, dude. What a title drop. Technically. Not really, but kind of. Pooh. Oh. That's how it happened. In the end, Kisaragi and Kurikawa, they were all played and fooled by her. This is the truth. The reason we ended up killing each other in a place we didn't even know. The same cause when we came to the Kisaragi Foundation's research laboratory. It's finally time to summarize this, to put an end to this terrible case. Oh! We're doing this now? This has got to only be like half of the trial, right? There's got to be way more. Look at everyone! Look at Setsuki! Look at Haru, look at everyone! Look at Yamaguchi, he looks so cute there. See Teruya's face just sticking up. I'm gonna boop Setsuki's nose, if I can. Boop! Oh, I missed it! Boop! I missed it! Boop! Close enough. No, let's get a better one. Boop! 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 Shit, dude, it moves so fast. Boop! I wanna boop! 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 Can it literally not hover over it? That's good enough. Whatever. Alright, what do we got here? Getting ready to go somewhere in a helicopter. The mastermind was mixed among us without anyone knowing. They attacked one by one and destroyed everyone from within. At the time... Oh, he looks really cute in that picture. At the time of the entrance ceremony, there was another student among us. Stop doing it, dude. Stop it. Stop fucking saying among us. Another student among us. He must have been the guy at the center of everything. Oh, look at the Monokumas there. A little construction helmet on. An ordinary research institute is being converted into another Hope's Peak Academy. Kisaragi knew in advance that something bad was going to happen. Just as he predicted, a huge incident occurred immediately after. I have no idea what they want me to put here. Is everyone gathered together? Okay, this is probably where the helicopter goes, right? Because they're probably taking us to the place, right? Oh, well, that was wrong. That's the first time I've gotten something wrong in a closing argument. So I guess it does show you before. Which is fine. Is it this? Yes, okay. So he... There she is! There's my queen! Hey, bestie! Kisaragi knew in advance something bad was going to happen, just as he predicted a huge incident occurred immediately after. I think that might be it. Because that's talking about the student council incident, which was before the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, which is probably what's being depicted here. So I think this is right. Yippee. Okay. Over here. Okay, this is him evacuating us. So that's getting ready to go somewhere in a helicopter. Okay. That's taking us to the lab, and then we get... Oops. No, taking us to the lab, and then we get here. There is Akane. So that's probably here. Look, it's such a picture of a brain down there, dude. That's funny. Before I go... Well, never mind. We're gonna look at the pictures again anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So we want to drag this over here, right? Yes. Boom. Alright. I will probably read this one because it is kind of an important one. We are the new students who entered Hope's Peak Academy. We were called the 79th class. In our memory, we suddenly lost consciousness while gathering at the entrance hall on the day of the entrance ceremony and introducing ourselves. But in reality, that wasn't it, because we went to school in our normal lives and had been classmates for several months already. The reason we didn't know about it was because the mastermind used some method to manipulate the memories of all of us. The biggest reason seems to be that there was a part that was different from the real version, from the memory of the first time we've met. Aw, look at him! He looks cool there! That's right. One of the students of the 79th classroom of Hope's Peak Academy, Yamato Kisaragi's existence. We weren't 15 in total. The real number of the 79th class was 16. For some reason, we didn't remember Kisaragi. All memories related to him were gone. So after leaving the ballroom, Kisaragi appeared in front of us, but we didn't know who it was. No matter how much our memories were manipulated, it is certain that he was our classmate. And all our friends who died while killing each other... okay. Hey! Meanwhile, there was something behind Hope's Peak Academy. It's a fact we didn't know at all, but by the time we entered the school, if we didn't hide ourselves somewhere, it seems that a big event was going on that could endanger our lives. And unlike us, who didn't know anything, Kisaragi seemed to know this. He was thinking of evacuating us somehow for our safety, and thanks to that, we were safe in a refuge. To the scream, dude. We can't be sure because our memories were erased, but based on the information we found so far, I'm guessing something very bad happened at the school. It can be said that we were barely alive thanks to Kisaragi's quick response. Looking at the notes in the headmaster's office, it seems that Kisaragi escaped from Hope's Peak Academy with us. I don't know what happened to our families or what happened to the other students left behind, but in the end, I think Kisaragi deserves our thanks for saving our lives. The place Kisaragi tried to escape with us was in his family, an unused research lab owned by the Kisaragi Foundation. A place on a remote island not known to anyone other than the Foundation, so it must have been decided that it was safe. I don't know why we had to escape to such a place. We can imagine that it was a very dangerous situation. And that place was the third Kisaragi research laboratory on a remote island. It was used to become Homespeak Academy, where we are right now in this building. But in the end, Kisaragi made one mistake during the evacuation process. That is, among the 79th class, a traitor, the Mastermind, was in our group. The Mastermind followed us into the laboratory with their identity hidden. I don't know why the Mastermind was acting for, but as a result, no one knew that our classmate right next to us was our enemy. The Mastermind began to attack and neutralize us one by one, without even dreaming that a friend would attack them. Most of them who were attacked without even knowing who they were ambushed by, and even Kenjo, who avoided being surprised, but was defeated in a head-to-head fight. All of us who fell were subjected to some kind of experiment by the Mastermind. We lost all our memories from our school life since we entered Homespeak Academy. I love that picture. It's so cute. No one knows what happened immediately after we lost our memories, except the Mastermind. Actually, from what we've heard, the Mastermind also erased their own memories, so nobody knows. However, there is also the testimony of Kinzo. Kinjo? I think it's supposed to be Kinjo. The Monokumas attacked the research center, and it can be speculated that the Mastermind and Monokumas may have remodeled the laboratory behind the scenes. Yes, to make it look like Homespeak Academy. That's the reason why this place was decorated like a school, even though it was a laboratory. Well, they did a bang-up job. I can't tell you how much time has passed since then. At least when they lost our memories and opened our eyes again, everything was ready to begin. We've been ignoring the fact that we were friends, and we've been killing each other in order to get out of here as Monokuma ordered. This is the reason why we were in the Kisaragi Foundation's research laboratory, the cause that started all the incidents, and the culprit who created the situation, the identity of the Mastermind, the culprit of everything. It's really unbelievable. I don't want to believe it. Eh. Oh. Now I have no choice but to accept it. The true nature of the Mastermind. Akane Taira. The fact that it was you. Well, there we go. Okay, so now we know how it all happened. We still don't really know why, though. Like, what's Akane's motive for all this? That is probably what the entire second half of the trial is going to be about, because I'm assuming we're still far from done. Only like an hour? No way. This is the truth. I won't run away. I won't run away from reality anymore. A murderer who deceived us and killed our friends. You're our enemy, Akane Taira. Pooh, 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 pooh. What the fuck? Yep, okay. That was only the beginning. Alright. So. Yeah. That sure is a Danganronpa Another Chapter 6 trial, Part 1. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to end it here for now. I still don't know how much is left. Honestly, even if we just have like another hour or so, that still feels kind of short to me for a final trial. But I don't know. So we'll just see how it goes. I don't know if next episode is going to be the finale or not. Maybe it will be. Maybe I'll just do a big episode no matter how long it takes. Unless it's like really long, like, I don't know, any more than like 3 hours, then I'll probably split it up. But yeah, otherwise, next episode is probably going to be the finale. So thank you for watching up to this point. I will see you next time. for probably the end. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.